you may either be attending marriages, or you may be getting married, you may be getting a marriage proposal, or you could just be spending a lot of time at home. This card also depicts the home as the castle, so it's a real card of just joyousness in the home. For some people, it could mean going to a new home. It's just a lot of focus on domestic life and joyousness in domestic life. So that's a big theme for you for March, Aries. And it also means celebration and festivities. So this could also mean like going to parties, especially if you're attending a wedding. Um, that's a fun, really fun card to have for March. This is the card that's in shadow. So this is Jack of Wands, and Jack of Wands is usually very much like you, Aries. This is Jack of Fire, and you're a fire sign, so it's bold, enthusiastic, daring. It can go over into the cocky side or being reckless, but he is not afraid of anything, and he goes in head first. If with this in reverse in the shadow position, it's saying that you might not be feeling your natural bold cocky self during March. There's some way where you're feeling like submerged or just held under the surface, or that's in delay or in shadow. That may not be the part of you that is shining forth. I'm actually getting the sense with this card, Two of Wands, this is your highlight card, that partnership is highlighted, receiving help from others, not necessarily feeling like you have to go fight everything. I'm actually getting that, knights tend to fight and joust and prove their worth through engagement of conflict. Whereas Two of Wands does it through diplomacy. They actually experience their own boldness, their own power, through receiving help. This is the person who climbs the mountain. He's got the whole world in the palm of his hands, and the world is his oyster. So I actually get the sense that whatever you felt like in the past, you've had to fight it out, and it's you versus the world, and I have all this energy to go adventure and be bold and be daring and take on the world. Here you're like, no, I've already conquered the world. I've already got it in my hands. I'm climbing to the top of this mountain, and if you want to help me, you can come. So it's a little bit different of a mentality. Um, and I like this. I like this as the highlight for you, Aries. This guy, he experiments a lot. This guy experiments and he says, I'm ready to go. I'm willing to go do this, but he sometimes overdoes it, and this can sometimes come up as anger. But I would say one of the things that both of these cards have in common is confidence and boldness, and so that's a very common Aries trait anyway. I get the sense of having to fight is passing away for you. That's what's in shadow. That's what is your normal self. Is being kept under the surface here. What's highlighted is receiving help, getting your goals accomplished by conquering that mountain. And here's the Sherpa who's showing up. It's partnership again. And also, by the way, this could be a romantic partnership. This could be like an employee who's helping you out. This could be a friend. This could be a family member. Any two energy. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. It can often be like this could be a spouse, especially if you've got this marriage energy going on or partnership. It doesn't have to necessarily be marriage. It could just be committed partnership. But this is highlighted as well, and this is your central card. So you may be going into business perhaps with your significant other, or it can show up in a number of different ways. And it looks like it can happen really quick. Before I get to this card, I want to talk about this one. This is what's passing away, and this is good because Eight of Swords has to do with feeling stuck, feeling in victim mentality. It can be a set of beliefs that aren't serving you. Swords always represent thoughts and ideas and beliefs. So this means letting go of those in the reverse. And in the passing away position, you'll be letting go of a belief system that keeps you ensnared, keeps you trapped, keeps you cut off from your own personal power. The progression from this to this, these are completely antithesis of one another. She is victim mentality, believes she has no power, and this person says, I have the power right here in my hand. It's within me. It's my own. I'm connecting with my own personal power. I'm bold. I'm confident. I can take on the world. So this is passing away for you in March, Aries. Whatever old beliefs are saying to you, I can't do it. I don't have the capability. I don't know how. It's not up to me. I'm powerless. I'm a victim. I can't. This is saying I can, and I'm already here. And not only I can, but I am doing it. Watch me do it. So this too, lots of fire energy here. All of these cards are fire except this one. So enthusiasm, motivation, happiness, joyfulness, celebration. And this means it can go fast. This means you may transition very quickly from this to this. It also means that whatever domestic stability you're getting is going to fuel you to your goals happening very quickly. It's almost like once you establish the stable base, Aries, this is 80 to 90% lined up. This means the water boils very quickly and you come into your own personal power with help, and this is achieving your goals. So it's almost like when you establish that firm base to work from, stuff happens really fast for you in March is what I'm seeing. So attend to whatever's going on at home. Enjoy that. It's a wonderful, beautiful card, and then it can start happening very quickly. That these goals, you start conquering those mountains. This is like I've got my house in order now. Things are happening really fast. I can go climb that mountain. And then the first week of March, you're going to be connecting with strength. Good week to, do the things that you've been wanting to do for a while. This is a card of softness. So again, it's not mean you have to fight for anything or be daring or cocky. It's not a card of force. But it's a card of softness. It's a card of endurance. It's a card of patience, relying on your own fortitude, your own patience, knowing your inner strength. Great strength is a major arcana card, and it's a card of you showing up as strength in the first week of March. So wonderful, wonderful time during the first week of March to connect to the things you want to do, or just hold steady. If there's challenges coming your way, this is like a boat that doesn't get rocked. This is like a boat that endures the storm. She's a card of endurance, fortitude. I think of waves crashing up against a lighthouse or something like that, and the lighthouse doesn't crumble. It just stays steady. That's the power of strength. And she also, one other thing I'll say is she doesn't force the jaws of the lion open. She is gentle and she coaxes them open. So that's the difference between her and, say, Chariot, which is more about hard control. She's soft and she's patient. So that's sometimes hard for you, Aries. First week of March, you may have to be patient, but it's a good time to connect to your own strength. For some reason, too, I'm also getting, and I don't know why I'm getting this for you, but it may be a good time to do strength training. For those of you who go to the gym, who are trying to develop your muscles or trying to develop anything to do with strength, the first week of March is a good time to do it. Then I see Two of Coins in your placement for the second week. This is a card of flexibility. It can sometimes be a card of financial contracts. It means on the low side, it means feeling unstable or feeling like you're stretched thin, like you don't know whether to go left or right. It can be a card sometimes of indecision, but often it means like being pulled to your very I'm not sure how to say it. It's like being stretched thin is the best way I can describe. Sometimes like borrowing money from Peter to pay Paul, feeling like you're standing on one foot, like nothing is stable. It can feel like a card of pressure, like you've got to keep all these balls in the air while you're standing on one foot. But it can also mean being flexible and adaptable to changing circumstances. So I always point to the boat here in the background. In the Rider-Waite, there's waves that are going up and down. And what it means is being flexible enough to adapt to changing circumstances. And that can be a great source of fun. So one way of looking at this card is I'm off balance. I've got too many balls to keep in the air. I feel like I can barely keep up. I barely have enough money to do things. I've just got to keep performing. And it's really uncomfortable. But the other side of this is not only am I standing on one foot and got all these balls in the air, but watch me do it. I can do it. It's fun. Not only that, but it's fun. So it's really, if you adopt a feeling of flexibility, fun, humor, that can be the high side of this card. So that's the second week of March for you, Aries. Third week of March, I see Page of Cups here, which is usually a water sign. So this is either Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. Or this could be the younger side of you. This generally is a younger person, so of any of those water signs I just mentioned, it's probably a younger version of them. For any of you who have water sign kids, this could be a featured week for them. Or it could be connecting to what makes your heart leap, what makes you joyful, who you were as an adolescent and what made you happy. That's what Page is about, is an openness and a willingness to connect with what makes your heart leap. So if there's anything that you have been keeping on the back burner or saying, I'll wait till someday to do it, third week of March is a good time to do it, Aries, as well as keep a focus with those who are water signs in your life. They're going to be showing up for you in third week especially. And then the end of March, you're ending some kind of cycle. Remember what we talked about here with this card, Eight of Swords? This is all, swords are thoughts. And these are thoughts that encircle you, keep you trapped. When it's up to 10 swords, it ends up like draining the life force out of you. This card I sometimes call negative thinking. And 10 is a completion number. So whatever it was that you had to let go of here, whatever's passing away, this is like a final clearing of that. This is the ending of that way of thinking, because you can see it's just draining the person. And I also call this card, sometimes it's darkest before the new dawn. This card can also be called bottoming out. I always call this card releasing of negative thinking, because these are all beliefs that are not serving the person. Clearly they're draining the person, and they're actually killing this person. So sometimes you have to go down to the very bottom of thinking a certain way before you adopt a new version. And I'm going to say it's really having to do with this letting go of victim mentality. This is sort of like the final clearing out of anything residual that wasn't cleared out from this. There might be like a couple lingering thoughts that are needed to complete the cycle, because this is 10. This means it's the same as 1, which is beginning anew. So some of you may see a new year.